Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of MiTH.Trust versus Scythe for the joinDOTA League Season 2, Division 1 in Asia.
Team ban.
I am Roxas, and with me is Don Horatio. What do you think of that Miracle Naga last game?
Ban Miracle Naga, Bible Thump.
So, looks like Scythe will be on Dire side this time, and they will get
10
first
seconds
pick.
remaining.
So, as opposed to MiTH.Trust, I believe they first picked the Invoker
5
last game.
seconds
They banned
remaining.
Centaur and Ember, I believe, and then
Reserve
I believe
time.
that Scythe banned Batrider and Lycan.
Yeah, Ember, Lycan, Bat, and Centaur were the bans.
Yeah, of course. So
Um,
Scythe's going to stick with the Bat ban
Radiant
again,
team
and
ban.
that hero is just never going to be bad because no other hero in the game besides Pudge has a mechanic where they drag the enemy hero to their team. Besides a fortuitous force staff, but no one can do it quite like
10
that. Like
seconds
I don't think
remaining.
that any nerfs to that hero are
Dire
ever going to
team
make him
ban.
bad.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. And, well, Miracle's not get banned out first by MiTH.Trust, not making the same mistake again. And,
Gonna get wrecked by something
did
else.
Scythe switch to having a stand-in between the two games? 'Cause
Vulpix?
previously,
No, that's
X-Freedom's name
X-Freedom.
was there before, but, like, last game it was Scythe. He had his name was
Official
proper.
name? Let's check.
Reserve time.
We can't check right now. I'm pretty sure that that's still X-Freedom because
Radiant
I've seen
team
him
down.
play with that. I've seen Vulpix before, and it might have been a Scythe.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, we'll see in game for sure. But Centaur banned out by Scythe, and that's a hero that's still really, really good.
Yeah, banning out
Mana-
those really strong offlaners that really, like, both. The
Dire
thing that
team
Centaur and Bat have in common is that they're hard to zone in the offlane. As soon as they have Tranquil Boots, they can farm the jungle very quickly with very low mana cost, and as soon as they have a Blink Dagger, they can just pretty much do all they need to do. So,
Yep.
those are the things that Scythe don't want to deal with. Lycan's going to be banned out, so the hero that was left in the pool was the Ember Spirit. Let's see if Miracle decides to pick that one up.
Yep. Yeah, it's certainly something they can do, and if
10
they don't really want to leave it on the
seconds
table either, it's also kind of a deny pick. Don't want to really let MiTH.Trust get their hands on it either.
5
But
seconds
I don't think he's
remaining.
that strong. I think leaving Ember in the pool is fine.
if they have something in mind to deal with it, I think it's okay. They'll go for the Invoker instead, and
a
can't really
deny
blame them. The
pick.
hero's really good.
That hero is really good. So, MiTH.Trust.
Last game notwithstanding. But
I mean, he had a really hard time. He lost mid lane to a Naga Siren and got first blooded and had a very late Midas, and also going Exort means he didn't have too much crowd control because he counted on Puck, Ancient Apparition, and Sand King to do it, but then they were kind of shut down, so it wasn't all his fault, of course.
10
But
seconds remaining.
Scythe's going to deny the pickup as well because MiTH.Trust, I believe, always first pick
5
Invoker if it's in the
seconds
pool.
remaining.
So we'll see what they're going to pick up for ABBA. The strong heroes that are in the pool still,
Reserve time.
Ancient Apparitions there. What else is there? Nyx is still there.
they
I'm
shouldn't like
trying to think of
Sand King in
other
the first
heroes that
phase
we
as
didn't
well,
just
so,
see last game because then I seem smart, right?
well, they'll take the Ember Spirit and Doom as well. So picking up two
Dire
cores with their
team
first
pick.
two picks. Doom is always a hero that makes Invoker pretty sad. To
Well,
be
Go ahead.
perfectly honest, I don't know. That's about it. Doom hurts. I don't know.
I
Invoker
think Doom
doesn't like getting Doom.
makes Invoker sad, but he makes Ember Spirit more sad. So
Dire team ban.
I'm pretty confident the Scythe would have just picked up Doom in that second spot instead of the Treant Protector if
Radiant
MiTH.Trust
team
didn't
ban.
pick it just then. So
Sure.
kind of
Yeah.
pick it now and figure it out later because it's going to be really bad if you don't. So Treant Protector going to be picked up.
Dire
A support
team
we've seen a
ban.
lot of stock rise in recently. People just kind of forget that he's good. Living Armor helps you win all your lanes the same way that Arcane Aura helps you win all your
Radiant team
lanes from
ban.
Crystal Maiden. And then the Nyx Assassin Clockwork going to be banned out in the Dazzle. Immediate response banned by
Radiant team
MiTH.Trust.
pick.
They don't want to deal with the endless heal strats, especially with someone against an Ember Spirit who actually needs to do his damage in quick bursts and can't really deal in most one-on-one fights. He just kind of has to find a hero and kill them immediately.
Yep.
And then they ban Lifestealer, which I guess Miracle does love playing his Lifestealer as well. It's a very aggressive
10
hero.
seconds remaining.
And Scythe like running.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Say that you would want. Like, the Tree and
Reserve
Invoker don't
time.
spell a Lifestealer coming up the same way that, like, a Puck or a Storm Spirit do. But
It's still a hero that, I mean, with Leech Seed in lane, actually gives you a chance to get more early kills on a Lifestealer or any melee carry for that matter as well. So it's just a good hero, and Miracle plays it well. You can say that about a lot of things, obviously, but specifically with that one is Ancient Apparition once again to be the pick from MiTH.Trust. I'd like to see them maybe try and make this, I don't know. It seemed like the Ancient Apparition was underwhelming last game. There were some Ice Blasts, but I feel like a lot of the times it was kills that would have happened anyway. You really didn't see it make a huge difference in any of the fights, to be perfectly honest. So I'd like to see their Ancient Apparition be a bit more effective this game. I'm actually kind of surprised that they go ahead and pick it up here. But it will help against the heals from Treant Protector and stuff like that.
Team pick.
Well, Mirana comes up. Very smart to pick this in the third phase as well, because they're going to be able to secure one of the good supports that goes well with Mirana, such as Shadow Demon or Bane are the two big ones. And both of those have ultimates that go through PKB. And they also have hard stuns that will keep someone in place, which the Treant Protector lacks. So they're going to want to pick up one of those anyway, and they're going to get at least one. Now, they've guaranteed it. So we'll see. I think Shadow Demon is probably the best to pair with Ancient Apparition if MiTH.Trust want to pick one of those, but I'm not sure exactly what they'll be going for.
Reserve time.
Yeah, and I like the Mirana from Scythe. It's a hero they pick up a lot when they when they pick up like either a mid or like a not typical like hard carry miracle hero. They'll put Pulse on this Mirana a lot and get a lot of semi carries out in the field, and he plays it pretty damn well, either mid or safe lane. So. Gonna be a Rubik to follow up with AA. You get a pretty good combination with Cold Feet, just another disable, a little bit of burst from that Fade Bolt, and Spell Steal is always good. Get some Mirana, get some arrows, get whatever spell you can from her. So
well, there are actually some pretty good spells. Rubik against Invoker is always very good, just because there isn't a bad Invoker spell, at least for Rubik to steal. Maybe Ice Wall is difficult because it's hard to get in position to be landing it. But Moonlight Shadow is amazing. Living Armor in particular is amazing. So they're going to be able to get with that. Plus, I mean, I don't think they were super worried about it, but if Scythe wanted to pick up Rubik, it'd be kind of a pain in the ass to have Doom stolen. So Scythe goes for the Crystal Maiden, which now means that all of the cores on Scythe have endless mana and health to deal with their lanes.
Think of the Living Armors. Think of them.
There will be
so many.
This is incredible. This also means that Treant Protector can, or one of these supports can jungle, too. Mm-hmm. Because Doom, if he gets forced to the off lane, is going to get harassed out incredibly easily.
Dire team
and then he has to go to the jungle. And you don't really go punish that. Instead, you just go jungle yourself on one of the supports. And you get a lot more farm than a support is used to having, especially early on. Treant Protector can do it well just because he has really high base damage and he's a strength hero. Plus, he can Living Armor himself, and Crystal Maiden can just do it with Frostbite. So they ban out the Lone Druid, powerful offlaner on the Dire side. They could potentially go for an aggressive tri-lane with Crystal Maiden, Mirana, and Treant Protector. And it's also going to scale very well in the late game. Plus, Lone Druid pretty good against Doom because you can't just Doom the bear, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a waste of Doom. And Scythe going to be scared of a bit of a space controller in the Storm Spirit. Plus, Storm's a strong laner against Invoker, so I'm thinking they might be picking up a pretty greedy third core here.
Yeah, potentially. Let's see what they do go for. There's a fair number of carries still left in the pool, actually. Luna's still in there if they want to opt for that. Got a little bit of the nerf bat in the last patch, but still able to make a little bit of early pushes happen if they want to. Their team's not really as well designed around that, but they're going to go for a Morphling, so the greed is strong in these ones.
3 cores.
Three pretty, they need a couple of items. Doom probably be the mech carrier in this game, I'd imagine would be more of the Aura Lord than a carry Doom in this one. But yeah, Morphling and Ember Spirit, the late game is there. They just need to find a way to get there.
This is troubling for Scythe too, so someone that can go off lane, or at least in a solo lane, that's going to scale very well, or that can find some good ganks. I'm thinking actually a Clinks could be pretty good here, because he does very well with solo farm, and a lot of these heroes are very susceptible to silence, especially Ember Spirit and Morphling, plus they're squishy. So you pick up an Orchid and 1 damage item, then all of a sudden you're going to be doing a lot. Plus, Clinks, his biggest problem is mana regen, because he has such terrible int early on, which is why Orchid is core on him. However, with Crystal Maiden, all that is solved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think I definitely like your point in the silence. This is, especially the Morphling for one, Ember Spirit as well. Doom, not so much, but Ancient Apparition and Rubik definitely want to get their spells off. A Silence here, a natural Silence would be always really nice, but there's not... Well, there's still a puck in the pool, but it is going to be nice, like you said. You're right. But yeah, I was just also saying, like, a natural Orchid Carrier is a great pick against MiTH.Trust, so I like this pick a lot.
The other thing, too, is Doom's pretty squishy. Like, Doom needs a Vlad's, a mech, and, like, a Shiva's or an AC. All these items that we see on Doom a lot all build armor because he's so squishy early on. He doesn't just sit in the front lines and click on you and you die because you can't burst him down the same way that a Lone Druid Bear or... God, who's another really tanky carry? I don't know why I can't think of one.
Wraith King.
Wraith King, there you go.
Anyway, but yeah, it's, the harass potential in lanes from Scythe is ridiculous just from their 3 cores. Pulsar maybe not as much, but between Miracle and Hana, those are 2 heroes that you just... Oh god, any hero just doesn't want to take the ranged harass that can come out from a Clinks and an Invoker. It's going to be a little tough sledding there for wherever the Doom ends up. He's going to be a sad boy.
I kind of suspect the Doom to go one-on-one against the Clinks, and I suspect this is going to be an aggro tri-lane to let the Clinks get the safe lane farm.
Yeah, definitely. It's got definitely have potential, but we'll see how the lanes shake out here. Apparently, Chibix is asking for 2 minutes, so we have some time to just chill out.
I also want to say, too, as far as why Clinks is smart, especially with the Mirana, is that they're going to be invisible everywhere. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, if Invoker decides to go Quas Wex with Ghostwalk, that means that the supports are going to be really, really, really poor and really easy to pick off, consequently, because they're going to have to spend so much money on detection. And these carries, because they're so greedy, aren't going to want to contribute to that. Like, sometimes you see... like a Na'Vi, for example, if Dendy's doing very well mid, he's like 4-1 or something, and the supports are struggling a bit, he'll buy a set of wards. Mm-hmm. And maybe because he's on a hero that doesn't need items so much, such as Pudge, such as Puck, such as Queen of Pain even. Like, I mean, obviously they scale well, but they don't necessarily really need them. These heroes all need a lot of items.
Travis, did you praise yourself in the Twitch chat?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Okay. Oh man, also, going to Twitch chat, I'm relying on it. I forgot about my notes yesterday, but the Morphling pick from MiTH.Trust, this is a hero that they fall back on when they're back against the wall. It is only a 2-game series, and it's not the playoffs, it's regular season, but this is a hero that Lakel's plays a ton, so definitely be very familiar on it. Like, when you think Miracle Nog, it's the same thing with Lakel's, you think Lakel's Morphling, so... Definitely a hero that he can perform well on, and looks like we're good to go here, according to Chibix, so hopefully we'll get this game going.
Yep, absolutely so. We're going to go ahead and get on it. So let's introduce the players right now. On this, this is something I haven't seen too often. On the Invoker, going in the mid lane, we have Miracle. On the Tree and Protector, we're going to want to see Vulpix, as he's going to be called this name. Playing the Enchantress last game. On another fair made in this game, it is Chibix. On the semi-carry in the aggressive tri-lane, we have Polson on the Mirana. And as a solo safe lane Orchid Carrier, we're going to have Hana on the Clinks.
Yep. And apparently my Steam overlay, go back. There we go. Okay,
Oops,
sorry about that.
I need my overlay gone. Oops.
Oh my goodness, Duncan Dota. Any case, on the side of MiTH.Trust, we have Ancient Apparition being played by TNK. Rubik can be taken up by Boombell, aka Sand Kong, which is the greatest name ever made. Ember Spirit can be played by ABBA, back to his real name in this game. MiTH.Trust, sorry, that's the team name, what am I even doing? KYT can be playing the Doom, and last but not least, Lakel's on his signature Morphling, so.
And
looks like it will be the Morphling tri-lane bottom, and aggression, like you suggested, from the Treant, Crystal Maiden, and Mirana.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, though, as far as an aggressive tri-lane with a Crystal Maiden, is it's really hard for her to get in range for Frostbite. It's a pretty short range, and having 280 move speed makes it difficult to get the setup for the arrow. I think I do...
The battle begins.
I'm never going to give a disadvantage to a tri-lane that has a Mirana in it.
Oh, speaking of this tri-lane, Frostbite, is there an arrow to follow?
Oh, there's a DD tree. He levels Leap Seed right away. Arrow gonna land.
Arrow. Easy first blood.
He tried to go
I don't
for
know.
the...
MiTH.Trust, they got a little too aggressive going for that rune. Like there was no way they were going to beat the tree walking to it. Maybe they were going to go for a deny or something like that. But against the team that you're up against on Scythe, you can't. Mirana's one of those heroes. If you get caught out in a level 1 fight, Arrow's just ridiculous. 'Cause you're pretty much straight up dead if that hits you level 1.
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously quite hard to hit without a setup stun, but still, that's going to be a very good start for this aggressive tri-lane. And Morphling, not really the best in aggressive tri-lanes. He does pick up a stick right away with his starting gold, so he's going to be trying to prioritize his survivability.
Man, how sad is this Doom going to be top?
He's going to have a really hard time, especially whenever Klink sits level 3, and you have 40 damage on those arrows. Jesus, that really, really hurts. He's going to have to find... He at least got a health regen creep early on from the pool camp on this Radiant side, so that's going to be his biggest asset, and he's quite lucky to have that, actually.
Yeah.
So I still think he's going to lose the lane, though. Just it's so hard to deal with a Klink that has Arcane Aura, and it's not even skilled yet.
Yeah, the pain.
Frostbite, wow, Arrow, Leech Seed.
Sand Kung. The dream is not real for you. The dream is over. But yeah, I mean, if this lane gets a good start on you, we might even see the supports just have to bail on this lane and go try and find something else to do, because
their camp's
if you get up to a bad start against a Mirana tri-lane, it's life's hard, man.
Especially once the CM gets boots. We see that she hasn't purchased anything else yet. She's going to rush boots first. Once CM has boots, it's really difficult to not ever be in a bad position and get frostbitten. Incredibly difficult.
Yep, indeed. And, well, mid lane Miracle looks like he is going to be going Clawspex this game. And in a game where you have a Klinks and a Mirana on your team, you can afford to go this build. You don't need to be the damage dealer for your team necessarily. So Miracle will be making a big impact in fights as soon as he gets a few levels. And
also means one more invis. All invis on the cores as well.
Yeah.
Just going to be so difficult. So if you're Morphling in this circumstance, I know that a lot of Morphlings do want to go MiTH. Do you try to do that and get away with it here? Do you try to just go all MiTH on like Doom and Morphling and go Battle Fury on your Ember Spirit and try to get away with it?
I don't think you want to on Doom. Maybe on Morphling.
By the way, mid lane, Miracle.
Easy.
Yep. So Ember Spirit got a little... Tried to man up on him with Flame Guard and Searing Chains, and well, with the power of Quas and the power of a Tornado to buy him some space and a couple tower hits, he invoked a quick Cold Snap and was able to take the Ember Spirit down, and he's pretty squishy, sitting at 663 HP and only a Stout Shield, so... going down against a Quas Wex Invoker doesn't have a whole lot of damage, but does have a lot of moves and crowd control.
Yep.
Chilling Touch
going down. Go ahead, take it.
Lift. Chilling Touch will not proc. Living Armor on Pulsing right now. Waveform aggressively. Only needs 2 more hits. Actually going to salve up. But Chivix in a bit of trouble. No, Morphling backs off. Leaf Seed going to be thrown there as well. Arrow to fly. It's going to be missing. But Rubik going to be taking some right clicks. AA going as well. Lakel's Waveform forward tried to go for the Crystal Maiden, but she manages to get away. And in the end, lots of people licking their wounds, but no one dead. Lots of Salves were purchased this day.
Certainly true. And there was some... Oh God, he was so close to those waveforms trying to pick off a couple of kills there, but... I mean, this Morphling is only level 3, so level 2 waveform, just not able to quite cut it, and, well, he doesn't have Arcane Aura on his team, so he's going to be suffering a bit more for mana over time than his opponents in the Scythe tri-lane are, so... Would have liked to get one of those kills there, so close. Got both Polisan and Chivix down solo, but not quite able to finish the job.
And this is the other thing, too. As a morph, you want to try to morph as much agility as you can for 2 reasons. One, obviously, it's easier to last hit, and 2, most morphs will go for a bottle as their region to kind of sustain them. Well, Crystal Maiden, Chivix, Telekinesis, Sankung trying to go with the body blocks. Waveform coming in. Chivix is going to have a really hard time living. He throws out his nuke and manages to juke between the trees. Living Armor going to buy some time. Arrow's going to find TNK. Lakel's, he's still chasing behind the tower. Going to take one power shot. The Tree Punch going to be able to do a lot. TNK might go down. And
oh my God, Living Armor is so good.
Living Armor is so good.
Lakel's is still chasing him.
He's going to go behind the tower. Arrow's going to be zoning mostly. Going to be still chasing. Chivix going to die finally to Abba. No, Frostbite going to be going in, and Full Tree manages to get a kill on the backside. But do you see how long they chased that 19 strength Crystal Maiden?
Dude, Living Armor is a really, really good spell that kept her alive for so long. Like Polisan in X Freedom or Vulpix. I'll just stick with Vulpix. I don't know who it actually is. It's hard to tell. I tried to check the Steam profile. I couldn't figure anything out. But anyway, they had a lot of space to dive and get kills. So, well, don't
There's a
know if the traders
rotation
were
top
good.
here from Chivix. Arrow's going to be there, and the slow coming in.
To get the frostbite off.
No frostbite.
Almost gets the kill, but
Regen OP. He has 23.6 regen right now with Scorched Earth and the Unholy Aura.
it'll force Doom back to base though to regen up on mana. Could probably stay in for the health regen. He's okay in that regards, but needs to get that mana up so he can use Devour on cooldown.
I think he's already got level 3 Devour. I think he just goes in jungles at this point. Well, in the meantime, Chivix was paid a visit by Abba, and we see why squishy supports have a tough time against an Ember Spirit. So far, Scythe have won all of their lanes, though. And where do you transition from here? You do have 3 cores, so, well, they're going to start off by dooming Miracle. He's going to be doomed in the mid lane. He has Vex invoked, though. He's so fast. They're going to have to go behind the tower soon. Chain's going to be land. Abba going to be coming in. They're diving behind with the regen. Telekinesis going to be bringing him back. Fable there as well. There's a TP in. The Courier is coming in, of all things. Vulpix comes in. He's going to try to get a leap seed off on the Doom. KYT, he's moving back. There's a buyback coming out from Miracle. Chivix is the Frostbite and the Crystal Nova. Going to be able to try to get him with right clicks, and the Tornado will be able to clean him up.
Yep.
Worth it.
The buyback KS, too strong. Oh, Team K getting arrow bottom lane. Paulasan, where's the Starstorm? There it is.
What?
Starfall.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, I don't know, like, God, Starfall's like the weirdest spell. Sometimes that second one just, I don't know, it feels like it just doesn't fall, and you're like, where did my second proc go? What is this? This isn't even Dota anymore. But, yeah, picking up the kill down there, and, well, Paulasan taking advantage of the supports rotating out, finding a kill all by his lonesome with the arrow, so.
I totally just remembered what I was saying about morphling earlier before that big chase. But anyway, you want to morph a lot of agility for the last hitting, and also because it helps you regen more health whenever you're bottling, because it's flat. So, but it's really hard to do that in an aggressive tri-lane just because you have to have more health to live. But I mean, that's all pass. But just wanted to finish.
Also
my
getting
thought.
some pretty good harass off on Kelson. Kelsen's gonna be a bit careful here. If there's a leap Starstorm, he might actually be dead. But no, he's morphing some strength now, so he will probably be fine. Last hitting may suffer a little bit for it, but Paulasan.
Oh wow, what an arrow! He shoots it and it dodges a little bit.
Kelson might come back. Oh my goodness. Well, morphling, good at morphing strength, but a lot of mana used. And, well, he's going to maybe go back to base here, actually. And Paulasan's winning this lane.
Top lane, Hannah gets doomed. Dust is going to go off immediately. And Chivix goes down first, and it should be a double kill.
Yeah.
Very good use of the Doom. In the meantime, TNK is getting the time to farm up in the mid lane. He only has 2 sticks and some wards right now, so sitting at 0 for 2 with 2 last hits and 4 denies. Not really rich, and in H Apparition, he's not necessarily one that really needs supports, but really susceptible to things like this if he's really under level. Tornado EMP and just some cold snaps and right clicks bring him down almost instantly, but meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Vulpix comes in, leech seed onto Sandkung, Paulasan leaps aggressively and is able to get him behind the tier 1 tower. Morphling manages to get away, morphing some agility in base, and now, looking to cut the wave and start taking the map control by taking the towers away.
And Paulasan getting up to great starts in both of these games in situations. In the last game, it was a bit easier with the 1v1 matchup against the Puck. But in this game, I mean, he's getting kills. Oh, Raquel's taking an arrow in the face. Chivix maybe get a Frostbite to follow up here. And they do have a double Starstorm, potentially. In the meantime, Klink's actually getting a kill in the Ember Spirit, ending a dominating streak somewhere else in the map. Raquel's still being chased, still morphing strength. Leechy gonna fly.
He's out of mana.
Morphling is a hard hero to kill, but the tree and the Marana will finish the job. But here comes KYT. Does not have a Doom up, but Chivix maybe in a bit of trouble against Telekinesis. Lifted back. Living Armored up, though. Will get netted up by the Doom. Chivix, oh my god, what a slow hero, unfortunately for him. He will go down to the Doom. And oh my, Vulpix taking a lot of damage as well. Scorched Earth allowing the chase. AA moving in as well. Wants to join the fight. Paulasan can't really do a whole lot to help. Overgrowth popped. Arrow gonna fly, but not a lot of finish here. But here comes Miracle. Getting Cold Snap up. EMP to follow as well. And he will get AA here. Well, Marana gets the kill because why not?
Wow, kill secured. But in the meantime, Abba comes in for cleanup. Miracle's going to be in trouble. He's in low health. Does just to prevent the Ghost Walk. Living armor on Paulasan right now. This is okay, I want to point out too that Hannah's been doing the right thing. The way that most people play Klinks in professional settings is you sit in your lane and you do not leave until you have your Orchid. And he hasn't done that yet. And Scythe is still winning these fights. They're going 12-7 the score, and a lot of early fighting items as Miracle is picking up some drums and a Null Talisman Phase Boots, going for the speed build, not going in for a Hand of Midas at all, so this is just going to be so aggressive here from Scythe.
Yeah, I mean, against this lineup of Myth, it's we said it during the draft. This is a really, really, really greedy lineup, and well, they've certainly done a great job punishing and stuff. We actually see a smoke up from Ember Spirit, Doom, and Ancient Apparition. Maybe go ahead and try to. Well, I don't really, there's really not a whole lot on the map as far as Scythe is concerned. Looks like they're drawing a line into the enemy jungle. I mean, sorry, into the dire jungle. Going to be looking for Hannah. We'll see if they can actually find him though. We'll have his Ghost Walk ready to go.
I think it's good that they would want to try to. It kind of seems like they're trying to force a fight every time Doom is off cooldown. Because Doom just wrecks all three of these heroes. They're all very squishy. They can't really just tank through a Doom and right-click you.
Hana gets revealed. Ember Spirit flying in. Gets dusted up. And will they pop the Doom? They will drop it. Moonlight Shadow going to fly, but too late to save Hana.
In the meantime, there's going to be a rebuttal. Moonlight Shadow coming in. Shivix is going to try to lead with the Frostbite. No, there's going to be lead with the Tornado EMP. Overgrowth's going to be used as well. Frostbite and the nuke and the arrow and everything to clean it up. Double Starstorm's able to secure it, and Ember Spirit manages to get out with this haste rune.
Nicely done. And the team fight from Scythe is just absolutely
It's just so good. Like,
yeah,
I see a lot of damage coming out, but where's the team fight control minus the telekinesis?
Yeah,
like in the Searing Chains.
Yeah, they need to get good Searing Chains. They need Doom to... I mean, well, they need the Doom, the spell, not the hero, to do absolute work. Arrow gonna fly in. Will he land on it? No, he will not. But still, EMP'd up. Ember Spirit all out of mana. Gonna be forced to back off here. Not a whole lot he can do to help defend now. And, well, I mean, God, it's looking pretty good for Scythe so far. Gonna get this first tier 1 tower of the game. Actually, no, I lied, because Hana got the one top, because he's Clinks, and that's what he does. But Mirana will get the last hit in the tower. Polasan working towards the drums, has it done. And 500 gold in the bank as well, on top of his phase Aquila. Getting a bunch of early fighting items, looking to make
They're getting 2 sets of drums.
Dude, stats are legit.
Stats are really good, and they're going to be trying to fight more. Arrow going to be landing on TNK. Polasan going to be able to take him out with the double Starstorm. In the meantime, in the mid lane, we have a fight going down. Civi's going to be ulting from the trees. KYT's taking a lot of damage, trying to right-click her down, but he can't. He's actually losing a fight to a Crystal Maiden here. Well, yeah, Lakel's able to finish off the waveform, but Vulpix comes in. He has the Overgrowth, is trying to right-click, but he gives up as soon as he knows.
He's like, wait a minute.
And the arrow's going to be landing on Lakel's. Polasan comes in. Does he have a double Starstorm? Yes, he does, but strength being morphed. Miracle, he gets Searing Chained. But Polasan, with the right clicks coming in, Tornado is going to go. Try to land on Rubik, but he actually airballs it. In the meantime, Lakel's tries to wait for him towards Miracle, but Living Armor keeps him alive. There's an arrow to fly, and the right clicks from the tree get punched. Triple kill. Polasan securing all of these kills. Sitting at 9-0 at 13 minutes.
Godlike already. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so he's not going to get a drums, or did he? Man, I swear he got the drums. Okay, yeah, he's finishing up, but he also has 1.8k in the bank as well. Almost level 11 on this Mirana.
You can almost buy a Yasha already.
Yeah, on top of the net worth by a large margin. And it's
top tower is under attack.
It's looking really good for Scythe. MiTH.Trust, I don't... God, how do they fight this? I don't know. EMP's doing absolute work on them. Doom's getting caught in the EMP tornado almost every fight so far. That's been more than just a skirmish or one where he initiates with the Doom. It's...
All of these cores need a fighting item, a stat item, and a BKB. Like... I just don't see how they get that before they lose the game. And not to mention, Hannah has been free farming. He has not left top lane.
Yeah.
Clinks is going to come in with an Orchid at 16 minutes. Or not even, he actually has the Orchid now.
It's pretty much done, yeah. He's got it.
And he, like, all of a sudden you can't farm your jungle.
Yeah, he's going to be jacked. And this Morphlink's going to be pretty sad if he gets caught out by a Clinks, and that's it's just one of those things. If you can't morph strength, that's your way out of dodge. You have a lot of escapabilities, Morphling. If you're not silenced, and Clinks will certainly make that a tough proposition. So.
Right, absolutely. There is a smoke up. They do have Doom off cooldown, so they're looking to fight again. Looking for Hana here. He's farming this large camp. He actually just gets Searing Chains able to cancel the TP. Doom coming in immediately. He's purchased his Orchid, so this isn't the biggest heal in the world, but I think pretty much the only kills they're able to get is when they smoke up and use Doom's
Ultimate. Polasan lands an arrow mid, Sandkung. Goodbye, friend.
Wow.
Polasan beyond godlike.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man, this is like, I don't know. Polasan, when you think Scythe, you think Miracle, and generally there's a pretty good reason for that, but in these two games, man, Polasan has been ridiculously impressive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's done a lot of work. I mean, being a farmer in a very well-constructed tri-lane obviously helps. It pretty much guarantees that you're going to have a good start.
Tower is under attack.
But he's making a lot of use for it. Arrow to fly. Oh, I almost dodged back into it. And actually, this is interesting. So we see Tree pick up a Vitality booster. What do you think he's going to build this into? It's probably not going to be a heart early on. Do you think he's going Atos?
I don't know. It could. certainly could be something he goes for. I don't even want to make any guesses here.
With
honestly,
Leech Seed and Atos, you bring almost anyone to minimum movement speed.
I'm curious to see what he does do. No, he's going straight hard, Travis. That's what it's going to be. But no,
Dude,
I don't know
he's a
what
strength
he's doing.
hero. I mean,
Dude, it's
what else is it even built
He'll
into?
hit so hard.
Vanguard, and Bloodstone.
Anyway,
I think it's an errata of AUI.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow. Oh god. Oh no, Sand Kong.
Goodbye, Sandkung. Well, actually,
no,
they're not.
actually,
They're going to focus on Abba. Goodbye. Definitely
Skirts.
Blast is going to be able to burst them down, but there's the instant telekinesis on the tree with the help of the Sentry where they're going to be able to spot them out. Crystal Nova going to be slowing, Frostbite able to catch up, and Vulpix coming in. Ice Blast going to be able to go and land on 3, but Klinks shows his face for the first time, gets a few searing arrows off, but doesn't want to pursue as he's taking tower aggro.
Ember Spirit got introduced to Hana's Orchid. It was a very, very, very brief and painful introduction for him, to be sure. Arrow, once again.
This is also these heroes as well, besides Morphling. Well, I guess Ember Spear in particular. You don't want to build a Manta on him. I mean, you also don't want to build a BKB. Morphling is fine. Like, you want to build a Manta, but you kind of want to go that item maybe like third. You really want to go like Lincoln's or Shotgun first, and then go for a Manta, maybe.
He's going for Shotgun, but he knows that they need some damage to actually get some kills here. Arrow gonna fly. It's gonna hit on to the Ember Spirit, and not a whole lot's gonna happen. Actually, Miracle's gonna get doomed up. So let's see if
TP.
if I tries to turn this. Oh, here's the ulti. But
Wow,
oh my god,
what
the
a
tree's on
huge
his ear.
ulti.
Chivix is like, wait a minute.
Chivix
my
finding
trees
an
go?
amazing spot, but ultimately does go down after getting a lot of damage. Most of those heroes are very low. Living Armor going to be keeping Pulse alive for a while. Fires a point blank arrow. Doesn't really do a whole lot. Abba's still in pursuit. She does have a leap in a few seconds, but Klinks comes in with the Orchid. Immediately Orchids up Abba. They're going to be chasing him, but Lakels, he waveforms forward. There's going to be a telekinesis on Ahana, though. He's going to go down. Rubik goes down, though. Polison is now beyond godlike. He really does not want to die right now. An arrow was fired. It's going to hit on Lakels. Ice Blast comes in. It's going to be landing on both Polison and Vulpix. Waveform going to be coming in. He's morphing strength. Uses a Ghost Scepter to buy himself some time. In the meantime, KYT, he dives under the Q1 tower.
Why are you there?
And he gets immediately frostbitten up.
Yeah, that's
2
not
for
quite able to
3.
kill off Pulison. Man, that would have been a huge prize if they had actually landed that kill. I don't know if it would have gotten them all the way back into the game, but that much gold going someone's way is certainly a nice little benefit, especially like Ember Spirit or
This
the Morphling.
Polison has almost 1400 HP right now.
It's jacked.
Ember Spirit has 1000. I want to see how much Doom has whenever he gets up, because this is a much tankier Mirana than we're used to seeing 18 minutes in the game. Because she has the drums and she has the Ultimate, so she's gaining almost double the
Miracle
strength.
going ham in this replicate.
That replicate got wrecked.
It's dead, yo.
Wrecked Likit.
That replicate had no mana to cast his spells.
It was like one of my favorite things to do is when I'm playing Morph is Micro the Illusion, like do a stutter set. So
That way they think it's the real deal.
yeah, exactly. 'Cause who's going to do a stop animation on their illusions, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
some guy that can just hit 2 real quick. Ha ha ha.
oh, StarCraft player, let's calm down here, buddy.
All right, shut up. There's gonna be a 4-man
Radiant's
smoke.
top
Doom is
tower
off
is
cooldown
under
once
attack.
again. This is what they need to be doing. I think MiTH.Trust is doing the best thing, making use of Doom anytime it's off cooldown. I'm gonna keep saying that just because it's something that's underrated. You kind of hear often, oh guys, I have hooked up, let's hit for a fight. Well, telekinesis from the low ground, Ice Blast going to be committed, and
Oh my
just
God.
leaps up to the Ancients.
Radiant's top tower is under
I don't think he's going to
attack.
shatter, but Abba's getting chased with the Remnants. I think this will be, this should be
they
the
should-
kill. Living Armor, though, is really,
Oh
really
my God.
good.
Oh my god, that was a...
Oh, is there going to be an arrow? He actually gets
Oh
the
my
arrow.
goodness,
Flame Guard
pull
with it.
us
It
on.
does no damage, and now Abba, he's completely surrounded by Scythe. He's decently tanky. Pops a drum charge
The
to get
tower.
away. Oh, there's a tower. There's still a tier 1
Oh
tower.
my God,
And
are you
12
kidding me,
and 0.
Pulse?
Radiant's top tower is
Paulson
under
able to
attack.
secure that kill in the meantime.
Radiant structures
Hana's
are
been pushing
fortified.
top lane. He forces a glyph out. Chivix, Miracle, they're all coming down to the bot lane. God, Living Armor is so good.
Oh my, what a spell. Oh. Mikkel's won't manage to wait for him out of the way of the tornado, but Nova gonna fly, but not gonna actually hit anything. Arrow won't hit either, but Frostbite does hit. Oh, they actually kill him off. No, he's able to more strength and get the Ghost Scepter off, so he'll manage to make it out. But in the meantime, like you said, Hana just not really carrying a whole lot, and he's just pushing his top lane mercilessly. Glyph's
Radiant's
down now,
bottom tower
and
is
he will be able to
under
push down
attack.
this top tower with relative ease.
Yeah, I think that this is also smart. And the reason why I like Klink so much is he works very, very well against a 5-man lineup and a very split up lineup. So any
Radiant's
lineup that 5-man's a
has
lot,
fallen.
Clinks can push towers very easily, and against any farming lineup, Clinks can gank incredibly easily. And he's a great carry in the later game, as long as he gets a BKB. His hardest thing is just, he needs some help. But still, anyone that plays Clinks well enough is going to have good enough positioning to make sure that none of those things never happen. And I think that Scythe, with this last pick, Clinks kind of put themselves in a position where
Radiant's
they
top tower has
win
been
or they
denied.
win. If they split up, they have the Clink split pushing, if they split up, they have the Clink skanking, and if they group up, then they have the Clink split pushing. It's great.
Icebot's going to fly middle, not going to hit on anything here. And Mirana's actually picked up a Lincoln Sphere, so if you thought she was hard to kill already, well, it got harder. So no telekinesis.
I don't know why I didn't think it was a Lincoln Sphere when you're against the Doom.
Yeah, well, it could have been advanced. There's other choices, but yeah, the Lincoln Sphere, I think it's a really good choice. There's a lot of disables, so they still can get her, but they'll have to
Well,
coordinate.
every single disable except for Searing Chains is single target as well.
Yeah.
So
Like
any
they have this
initiation
close-
on her, as soon as the
Radiant's
Lincolns
middle
pop, you
tower
just
is
hit
under
E.
attack.
That's like the greatest thing about Lincolns on
Radiant's
Mirana.
middle
Kind of the
tower
same with
has
Windrunner.
fallen.
Whereas you notice your Lincolns pop, or with Weaver, you notice your Lincolns pop, so you hit W right away. And against a team with any, like this is the thing, is a lot of people will say Lincolns isn't that great against a team with a lot of single target disables just because they have a lot of ways to break the Lincolns. But when you have a quick escape, basically your Lincolns is like an alarm clock to say like, hey, get out of here right now. Because they can't disable you any other way.
Looks like they want to go for the Roche. The Crystal Maiden does have a mechanism completed now, so that's certainly a cool thing to have. Arrow's gonna it's gonna hit up on ABBA, and oh my goodness, well, see ya, buddy.
Can I say that Mirana has more HP than Doom by a lot?
I mean, I don't know. Can you?
Hey, Mirana has more HP than Doom by a lot.
Tower is
Oh,
under
there you go. You
attack.
did it. Oh, Lakel's being chased down by Miracle. He's out of mana, but does go Scepter up. So, but only
Buys himself some time in the back. It looks like the rest of Scythe's team's coming up. A 3-man overgrowth going to be landing on all of them. AA is going to be able to get out, but Clink's coming with the DD. The arrow hits onto the illusion from Morphling. Lakel's trying to get away. Force Staff from Miracle comes up. Cold Snap going to be used. They're going to be an Ice Wall. There was an Ice Wall invoked, but he gets Doom before he can get it out. But it doesn't matter. He's just tanking through it. Miracle has 14 points of HP. He's got plenty, and they're diving in the base. Chibik's able to get on a dominating streak off of this right now. And Scythe is just completely overrunning and outplaying MiTH.Trust so far in this game. Slate of Fist hits on the lot. But it doesn't matter. He just gets orchided right away. Arrows off cooldown in 1 second and a double starfall, but Tornado too much. Arrow goes fishing also for Scythe. Going to be Unfadable doing some damage, but Living Armor keeping everyone alive.
Yeah, and
Rubik does steal Arrow, so that's nice. But
that's a nice deal, and it's actually not going to hit anybody. I thought it might actually have made it through on there, that one, but not quite. And I mean, it is going to be the Atos from the trees, so the dream is real.
There is still some pretty scary endgame, I must say. I highly doubt that with this next Roche, I think that this is why Scythe is trying to prioritize Roche, is that if they don't really end the game by like 40 minutes or so, maybe it can start getting pretty scary. But, so I just don't really see them getting there.
This is the base breaking gauges. Like, they take this, and then they can go ahead and finish the game, I think. I mean, they have almost 20,000 gold lead at this point in time. Experience lead also creeping towards 20,000. It's...
Wow. Wow.
Well...
CM denies the Aegis. That is just to be bad-mannered. That is literally the only reason one would deny
SEA Dota is all about denying Aegis, man. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. KYXY.
Dude, he snuck in. He's replaced Chip.
Also, she's gotten a Perseverance. I think this is going to be the mass Lincoln strat, which is just really, really good against Doom, because you just all put Lincolns on each other. Obviously, you can't put a Lincolns on yourself and stack it, but if you put a Lincolns on someone else and they have a Lincoln, so then all of a sudden Doom he can't do anything. It gets very, very frustrating.
Dude, oh, never mind. Dude, oh, goddamn.
Oh, why did I buy this refresher? Lakel's arrow to the face. Strength morphs very, very quickly. Great reflexes. Arrow fired back by Rubik. And Doom is up. Ice Blast is up. But I don't know, man. 20,000 is usually the magic number where we see games end. It's going to be a base-breaking Aegis. And it looks like they're actually going to be putting Hana to split push top. So it's going to try to be a big diversion.
I'd like to see Pulse maybe go Paradise Later here as soon as he can afford it, because it's one of those items that it'll help you break the base pretty quickly. Just the minus armor in the buildings is something they could certainly use to help go ahead and finish off these tier 3 and Rex.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not to mention it, you just get your Desolator on one person, and all of a sudden your whole team does more damage. Well, Tornado EMP, Deafening Blast going to be on the Kells. He Strength Morphed immediately, and I was just going to go home without any mana. He's still disarmed for a bit. Arrow, going to be flying, hits on Chibik from Rubik, and nope, clinks Orchids him right away before he can get a Telekinesis.
He makes it out, though.
Yeah, lots of wounds, but Rubik has to go home. He steals Starstorm. Abba has to go home as well, for he's out of mana. So, very, very quick reflexes there on Hana to get that Orchid onto the Rubik before he can get any crowd control on Crystal Maiden.
Yep, I agree. And, well, right now, MiTH has a lot of heroes that need money, and they basically can't leave their base right now. They're relying on Scythe to bring creeps to them so they can farm them like, please push our base, but then don't push our base because...
Oh my god, Sandkung eats an arrow. They aren't going to be able to follow up. The Chains and Slate of Fits going to be coming in. Ice Blast really only going to hit on one. They actually Delta split perfectly. And Rubik does steal arrow once again.
Yep. And well, they're holding decently well enough. Lakel's able to actually grab a couple of last hits top. Very, very poorly needed. Does have the shotgun finish now. That's pretty much all he has. Doesn't have any...
doesn't even have treads.
But, yeah. But he does have some burst now, so they actually, if they catch a hero out, they actually have the potential to bring him down a bit faster than they used to. The problem is, the heroes on Scythe have so much farm now that...
They've always had really good single-target pick-off because they have a Doom. I mean, I don't really think that the shotgun's going to do too much, except for maybe being able to Ethereal Blade like the Clinks, so that he can't do damage in a fight for a while. But to be honest, I don't think this is really going to come into too much play. It feels more defensive to me, to be totally honest. It's because he got the Ghost Scepter and he's like, oh, I'm getting ganked, I can Ghost Scepter, right?
Sure.
Or you get it while you're really ahead. And this is certainly one of the times where Morphling goes shotgun first because he's pretty far behind. It's not going to do any damage, it's just going to keep him from dying for a little bit before he dies.
Top tower is under
Invoker has a Scythe up, and this is a fantastic item against a Morphling who's not going for a Lycan Spear or some defensive item like that, because you can just Force Staff in and Hex up Morphling in.
Forget Force Staff, you just Ghost Walk, you have max Wex, man.
Sure. Yeah, but he has multiple ways to get in there. You're going to actually hit Bolasan, just eats it right in the face.
They're trying to get the Tier 1 tower, but they're having to get home to defend their Tier 3s. It looks like Lakel's will finally get it. That's the first tower for MiTH.Trust in this match.
In
the meantime, their bottom lane's getting hit pretty hard. Desolator damage as well as Clinks flying in. That's just a ton of right-click damage on this tower. Well, uphill misses a bitch, and Fortify will be popped. So Tier 3 tower lives a little bit longer.
Hana's also going for Lincoln's, Mass Lincoln strat. See, look! He had the level death Polison, but he has a Lincoln's!
Dude, Lincoln's for days.
Lincoln's is one of the best items. I love that item so much.
Tier 3 tower is down now, and this gives the invisibility of Scythe a little bit of an edge if they want to use like a Moonlight Shadow up to get into space unless they drop a sentry. There it goes. So they realize that's a possibility. Pulson dodging an arrow from Rubik. And
Tornado EMP going to be coming in. Deafening Blast. Sandkung's going to be in trouble. Ice Blast's going to be there, but it's actually going to be overshot. Doom is not going to be used because Hana Orchided him. And no one dies just yet. Lots of these skirmishes where everyone just kind of gets away.
Oh, Chibix.
Oh, rip. Shotgun.
Yeah, you don't really get to live as a CM if you get arrowed. That's kind of the way of the world here.
Yeah. CM is still pretty squishy. This is also the thing where we're seeing Lakel's. You know that you're behind whenever you're targeting supports in team fights. I mean, that wasn't really a team fight, but a lot of the times you want to get maybe the tree or someone else that's important, like Dazzle. Those are supports that are worth targeting because they buff your the allies so much. But a lot of times, like Lich or Crystal Maiden, not really worth targeting because when they get their spells off, their job is done. Well, Abba comes in and who's ganking who now? Doom going to be put on Miracle though, but Lincoln's is going to be popped, and he gets shotgunned down. Hana dropping down pretty low as well. So far 1 for 1. Jesus Christ, Polasan. Has he died yet? No, he hasn't. 13-0 now. And Drum Charge going to be popped. KYT going to be in trouble as well. Frostbite is off cooldown. The Atos was used in the background. Currently, Doom being shoot out. The jukes are real though. And Lakel's makes it to the side shop by the Radiant offlane.
Yeah, but man, Polasan showing up. Like you said, who's ganking who here? That Orchid making a huge difference, and also Polasan coming in to clean up with his Desolator damage. It's getting Very ridiculous. Paulson almost ready to start working on that next item as well. So we'll see what he does decide to go for. If he wants to go for more deeps, I think that'd be the best thing to do. Or just the defensive item. So.
I think MKB would be pretty smart here, or an Assault Cuirass. I think that an Assault Cuirass is another one of those base breaking items that also just busts up the rest of your team.
I don't know. I don't know if this game's last long enough for him to buy an AC, but
it depends on how much they want to toy with their food.
I mean, they got the bottom racks, so that's a lot less farm already taken off the map for already a.
Wow, look how much Sleight of Fist did to Chibix.
Oh man, Chibix, don't die, buddy. Oh my goodness, poor Chibix. Dude, Chibix has 2 teammates who have not died this game, and he's like, guys.
Yeah,
Chibix is half of the deaths of Scythe.
That's the thing about being a CM too, is even when you're really far ahead, you can still die a lot because the other team just gets frustrated and they just kill you because they know that they can.
Yep.
So frustrating. So Morphling will be going for a Mantis style. I saw him pick up the Ultimate Orb. I would comment he might be going for a Lincoln Sphere of his own, but he is going to be going for the Mantis style to try to deal with the Orchid from Clinks, who now has his Lincoln Sphere done, sitting at 2,400 gold, probably going to pick up a Demon Edge to go for a Daedalus or an MKB of his own. Miracle, not any progression towards his other items. I'd like to see him go for an Aghanim Scepter.
With this Overgrowth.
Oh wow, there's an
Please,
Overgrowth.
Vulpix.
Oh gosh.
Do it.
Do it!
Oh, here comes the arrow to fly, hits on KYT, Overgrowth on 4 heroes. Here comes the EMP Tornado hitting on 3 as well, and well, heroes not dying as fast as they could have, but here comes the Deeps. Polasan running in, once again beyond godlike, giving chase to AA. He has really no way out of this. Miracle, force-staffing in for the kill, and that's 4 heroes down, that Overgrowth.
So, you think Morphling can hold this all off? There's buyback on no one except Rubik.
This is another racks down, maybe even 2, but, well, I'd say 2, but the heroes on MiTH.Trust are only down for 25 seconds because of their levels. No glyph up either, so...
At the very least, lots of hit damage. Miracle, very smartly though, he's ghost walked the bottom tower. He was waiting for someone to come in to defend to try to catch them out with the cheap stake. But, goodbye Rex. I don't really know what MiTH.Trust does from here. I think Scythe just played phenomenally with a very aggressive lineup.
Well, they punched the green limit.
Oh my god, the deep.
Goodness gracious. Well, that guy
Rubik
died.
steals EMP,
Anyway.
returns it. Link is going to be popped from Hana. Tornado going to be buying space for the tier 3 tower to go down. Sleight of Fist going to be flying in, but it does almost no damage. Well, that does a lot of damage. Miracle dropping low. Remnant going to be coming in. Smoke of Toss, but instantly taken out. But no, Orchid. Abba's going to go down. Arrow going to be flying onto KYT. But Hana doesn't even care about him for now. He's going to be able to take him down really easily. Samkung, goodbye. And Abba, after that team life, is the one to call the GG. And Scythe takes a very quick 2-0.
Scythe absolutely dominating in this fight, and I mean, oh god, it was... They really showed why they're basically them and Titan are what you probably the 2 best teams in Southeast Asia. There are a couple right at their back, but I mean, right now Scythe showing that oh god, they are a solid team and they're really really fun to watch. Miracle can play any number of heroes. Paulus on 17, 0, and 14. Reminded me of like watching a Pycat play this Marana. He's the Pycat of Southeast Asia on that hero. Man. Really, really impressive. MVP definitely Paulus on these 2 games. This series, he was absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to be it for us, everyone. This is for the joinDOTA League Asia Division 1 Season 2. So, if you liked our casting or hated our casting and want to let us know, you can follow me on Twitter at CallMeRoxas. You can follow my co-caster here at Don Horatio. And if you want to see any more production from us over at Heflatv, go ahead and follow us on Twitch and all of the other social media that is on the page. And obviously, if you liked the teams and enjoyed the games they produce, please go check them out and support them and their other tournaments that they're playing in. And that's going to be it for me. You got any shout-outs, buddy?
No, you just about covered it. Thanks for bringing me on, having fun here, and hope to cast more games with Heflatv very soon.
Yep, absolutely. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And I hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy some more Dota as your day goes on. Have a good one.
Bye, friends.